What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be discussing the Roblox Innovation Awards. Now, I'm not going to be talking about all of the negatives of this event because I thought the event was still pretty good in regards to like the main voting hub, because of course they haven't done like the actual awards themselves. But in this video, I'm just going to talk about the game and kind of how it was structured and things like that. Give my critiques. But yeah, I love Roblox though. It's a good game. But yeah, we are gonna dive into this. So I'm gonna start out with the negatives. Now, the first issue that I kind of thought the awards had this year specifically was the voting drama. I'm not sure if you guys heard about all the Piggy and Doors beef on Twitter, how like some people in the Piggy community were harassing the Doors developers and maybe vice versa. It got pretty crazy. So honestly, that was something. But also though as well, there were Roblox games that were pretty much almost trying to like bribe their players, saying like, "Oh hey, we'll release this update if we end up winning the awards," or "Hey, we'll release this new leak if the update or if we end up winning the awards." So pretty much there was that issue as well, where like the games were pretty much just trying to like convince the players to vote just because they want that new update. So that was also kind of a large factor as well. Now, the second thing I wanted to discuss too is the vote counters. Now, the reason why I mention this is because the vote counters pretty much like it's odd how like you just vote for it and the counters show up instantly. But here's the issue with that. It's a cool idea, and I'm just going to say overall that I thought the Innovation Awards game had great potential. But the thing is, though, with this, is that releasing it instantly, that doesn't stop people from just like screenshotting it and then tweeting it or sending it to other Roblox players so they know which game is winning. And the issue for knowing which game is winning is that people aren't necessarily voting. I don't want to say genuinely might be the wrong word, because people probably still are voting genuinely. But like I just mean like if you already know which game is gonna win, you're just gonna vote for which game is gonna win. Like you're not necessarily like voting based on your complete opinions or anything like that. I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to get across, but honestly though, that's why I found the vote counters a big issue, because people can just vote for the biggest game. I'm pretty sure other YouTubers have said this as well, which I've also heard from other YouTubers. So there is that as well. Like people just vote for the game that wins. So a proposed solution that I do have for this is just to try and like have it come out like after the voting is over. Have the voting counter come out after the voting is over. That way the voting is pretty much anonymous. Like the numbers are anonymous, and then you release them like 24 hours after, and then people could see the numbers, and it would be more of a surprise as to who's winning, who's losing, all that stuff. But this also does kind of tie into something else too that I wanted to mention, which is the ranking system. Like it actually shows the ranking system and the predictions as to who's winning and stuff. I would say keep that anonymous too. I just feel like they kind of revealed too much with the voting to where it wasn't necessarily as exciting or as mysterious or anything like that. But I do like the concept, though. Like I said, the concept was good. I like the daily voting. I hope they do it next year. It just definitely needs some improvements. And honestly, like in regards to the whole like voting drama thing from earlier, I'm thinking like just give the Roblox game one warning and then just end up like disqualifying them completely. That's what I'm thinking. Because I heard about immediate disqualification, but I feel like that might be too strict. But I'm thinking like one warning, asking them to stop, and then like disqualifying them if they end up doing it. But I mean, I know games such as like Piggy ended up doing it and like a few other games, but I know there was a game that did end up going too far with it. I can't remember exactly what it was. Was it Strongest Battlegrounds? I can't remember, but there was a game that went way too far with it. So, yeah, so that's something I wanted to reference. But next we have the voting system, which I also thought was an issue. Besides like the vote counters and things like that, I just thought that overall it was confusing because after Creek referenced it in his video, like the way how it's just like whoever wins is your prediction and Roblox nominates them was a little bit confusing. In my opinion, I just thought it was a little bit vague and it kind of needed to be more specific on the outfront. Like whichever game wins is the predicted game or something like that. So technically, that was something that was kind of confusing because people thought that was the game that was going to ultimately win. And I think even the I think even the categories that ended up getting nominated when I ended up seeing it in one of, what was it? I think it was in, yeah, when I ended up seeing like the not like who won in one of Creek's streams, like pretty much I think it was the exact same as the predictions. So I feel like to make it a little less confusing, maybe make like the voting system to where like whoever wins actually wins. But I can see where that the issue kind of lies because then it'll make like the video or the stream or the actual Roblox Innovation Awards event when it comes up a little less exciting. So I just thought the voting system was a bit confusing and just feels like it needed to be specified maybe with more text or something like that. But that's just something that I kind of found an issue. But we'll stop talking about the negatives. Let's get into the positives. There we go. A good old plus for positive there. So, the first thing that I actually found kind of neat was the Roblox game portals. I know they did this for the Hunt event. I know they've done this for the Classic event. I actually find it a pretty neat feature because it'll allow you to just immediately teleport to that game. Like, if it's a game that you haven't played, like Interliminality, for example, I've never played, you can just teleport to the game straight in the Innovation Awards. Now, maybe I should have taken advantage of it and maybe gave the game like a first impression or something, like teleported to it, but I didn't. But it's just something I honestly thought about, and I think it's a pretty neat idea how they have the Roblox game portals. And it's useful, of course, especially for the events, because you can just teleport to that game. You don't have to search it up, you can just teleport to it. So that's something I honestly found really cool because if there's a game that you haven't necessarily tried and want to give it a first impression before casting your votes within the categories, then you can honestly do that. Now, the next thing that was also neat was the teleport button. It was at like the very top of the screen. It was in the same exact area where like the counter was, and like the counter for the voting to end. And I found this pretty cool too because you could just boop teleport right over to the location. I thought the teleportation stuff was cool because it requires less walking, less finding, all that stuff. You can just go to it, you can vote, and I thought that was something pretty cool and pretty neat. Now, the third thing that I thought was also a positive was the avatar item, like grinding that you can do. Like, once you earn enough points with your predictions and with your votes and things like that, you're able to get these, like, avatar items. The maximum item was, like, 750 points, and I managed to get all of them. Not to flex or anything, but I just found that a neat feature because it kind of entices people to, it motivates people to vote and make a change in the Roblox community. So that's something I found kind of cool as well. So overall, like in regards to the game, like I said before, it's a neat idea, it's a neat concept. I just feel like it needed to be brushed up a little bit in order to make it a better experience overall. But I'm hoping they do this next year. I still found it pretty cool how they created the Innovation Awards game. I just wish that they would make more improvements on it and that there was like I don't know. There was too much drama with it with the Roblox games, so I feel like that needed to have like stricter enforcement. So I feel like that was an issue as well. But yeah, honestly though, I think it was the strongest Battlegrounds game that just went like way too far and it was pretty crazy. But and maybe bribing is the wrong term. Like, are they bribing their players? I mean, maybe I suppose so, but maybe not. I guess it's more like I don't know what to call it. Is it bribing? Let me know in the comments below. Like, were those Roblox games kind of like bribing players with their updates and things like that, or maybe there's a better term for that. But honestly, though, that was kind of the main big negative thing. Like the voting counters and the voting system were just kind of like minor things that could easily be fixed for next year. But I can see the voting drama stuff being a little bit harder to fix. But of course, I mean, the positives though kind of almost balance it though. Like I enjoyed the avatar items, I enjoyed the teleportation stuff. Like I said, it was a neat game. It was a very neat game, and I'm pumped for the awards in September. I'm gonna see if I can try and live stream it, depending on when it is. I'm pretty pumped for that though. That'll be fun. That'll be cool, and yeah. So I hope you guys overall enjoyed this video. If you guys want more videos like this as well, where I'm just like talking about Roblox stuff, let me know down in the comments below. Because I don't know why, I'm intrigued by these types of videos. I enjoy these types of videos. So if you guys want to see more of them, let me know down in the comments. But of course, they'll do like reactions and things like that too when the time comes. But if you guys haven't yet, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Woo!